Am I doing my wedding makeup today? Kind of. My fiance and I are picking up our marriage license. We are counting down the days to our wedding. I'm so excited. Keep watching to get ready with me to pick up our marriage license and maybe hear a little bit about our story. Hi, I'm Jeannie. I'm a pro makeup artist. I live in Los Angeles. I work with celebrities, beauty brands, and everyone in between. Welcome to my channel. First things first, moisturizing the lips. This is the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm. Love this stuff. I keep it in my purse. I have a clean, dry face. I've already started my brows with the Anastasia Brow Freeze. This is my absolute favorite product for brows. So I have that in and I wanted to really let them dry so then they're nice in place before I started filling them in. Up next is the tried and true Lift and Snatch pen from NYX. This is an ash brown, another favorite of mine. I'm just gonna fill in my brows just to give them a little bit of shape. So it's very hot here today. The heat still hasn't really broken in Los Angeles. But as far as makeup, we're keeping it really easy. I want to do a red lip because I won't be doing a red lip on my wedding day. And the rest, we're just going to kind of see what happens as we go along. I pretty much know what I want to do. It's basically what I do every day, just maybe a little bit more elevated. The red lip will definitely help with that. Just to tell you a little bit about me and my fiance. My fiance's name is Ozzy. He's the best person I've ever known. I'm so incredibly lucky to be marrying him. I won't gush on too long, I promise, because I'm sure nobody wants to hear that. We've been together a little over 11 years. We just got engaged last year. We did spend 4.5 years apart. While still together, he was living in Chicago and I was living here in Los Angeles. So figure if you can make it through that, you can pretty much make it through anything, right? So brows are done. I'm gonna move on to moisturizer and start prepping my skin. I did do Morpheus 8 a little over a week ago, so I've been keeping my skincare routine very simplified. For moisturizer, I've been using this Avene Tolerance Control. It's really good for super dry or compromised skin, and that's basically what my skin's been like the last week or so because it's been healing and recovering from the Morpheus. It's gonna take a little of it right here. And the texture of my skin is still a little bit weird, but it's healing up very nicely. And I'm already seeing some results from the procedure. It's pretty exciting. Just gonna take the moisturizer down my neck and then on my forehead. Next up is sunscreen. Super important, especially on post-procedure skin. This is the Skin Medica Essential Defense. This was recommended to me by the place that I went to for my treatment. Basically, any mineral sunscreen is great for post-procedural skin, and I didn't have a mineral sunscreen. I realized I only had chemical sunscreens. The only downside is that it does leave a white cast, so it works really well under makeup because you can cover it, but if you're not wearing makeup, you have to really make sure you blend it in. For foundation, I've been really loving this foundation in particular on hot days because it doesn't break down and it lasts. It's the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. I recently featured this in my drugstore tutorial, which I posted, I think, last week. It holds up to the hot weather and it photographs really well. So this is what we're gonna use. It's gonna take a little bit on the back of my hand. This is a Kazette P320 brush. Kazette is a great brand. It's run by a pro makeup artist, Rocky Kazette, and he is so wonderful. His brand is vegan and cruelty-free. He has the best brushes. I don't feature them enough on this channel, so I figured I would do that today. This is the foundation brush. Just gonna grab some of the product and just start buffing it in. We don't want too heavy of a layer just because I don't need it. We just mostly want the coverage. And the good thing about this L'Oreal True Match foundation is that it has such great pigment, you don't need much. So you can thin it out and really make it work for you. We met in Chicago when we were both living there. I moved from there in 2018. I wanted to move here just to elevate my career as a makeup artist and work with celebrities and do all the things that I couldn't do in Chicago, even though I was pretty successful in Chicago, and it's a wonderful town. And honestly, if it wasn't for the winters, we would probably still be there because it's just the best town and I miss it. That's not to say LA isn't great either because LA is great. Don't let people tell you it's not. Also, I'm gonna go down the neck. As you can see, my neck is much lighter than my face and my chest. Want to marry all that together. I don't always do this, but when I'm wearing an open collar like this and I know that I'm going to be photographed because we're going to take some pictures today, I like to make sure that everything looks good. Favorite concealer of the moment, Tower 28. This is the shade EP. I love this concealer. I love the texture. I love the coverage. I love that it doesn't crease. It lasts a long time. It sets beautifully. This is a winning formula. A friend of mine helped to work on it, so I might be a little bit biased, but I wouldn't talk about it if I didn't like it. So I just have some on the back of my hand. I'm just gonna grab a brush. This is the Thrive Cosmetics brush. This is the eyeshadow crease brush. Anything fluffy, gonna grab some of the product. I'm just gonna brighten a little bit under my eyes, on top of my eyelid. the usual. So when Ozzy moved here in 2022, after we finally got settled in, we started talking about getting married, which I know plenty of people are like, wow, it took you long enough. Honestly, the timing has been perfect for us, and we've never really gotten a lot of flack from it from our families either. Our families have been very, very patient. They're all really excited to be at our wedding and for us to finally do the thing, you know? Originally, we were gonna get married in Vegas because we love Vegas. We love old Vegas in particular. It's such a cool vibe, but when we crunch the numbers, even for a small wedding, even keeping it intimate, even keeping it under 50 people, it's too much. So we decided to do it here in Los Angeles, and I am so happy that we did. I think we're in good shape as far as concealer goes. I'm gonna go a little out of order, and I'm gonna powder now because, like I said, it's very hot out and I just wanna make sure everything is powdered before I go in with any other products. I'm gonna take one of my favorite powders at the moment. It's the Halo Glow Setting Powder from e.l.f. It's so finely milled. For a drugstore loose powder, it's awesome. I'm just gonna take some. This is a Say Beauty brush, and I'm gonna set the entire face. Like I said, it's hot, and I just want the makeup to last. For sculpting, we're going in with the tried and true. This is the e.l.f. Cosmetics Contour Palette. Love this. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of the cream contour. You can do cream over powder. There's no rules. We're just gonna bronze up the face. I like to do a little bit of a heavier bronze when I have my hair pulled back. I feel like it helps my face not look so severe because my hair is pulled completely off of my face. Adding a little bit of depth to the face. Checking in the small mirror as always, because I'm blind. Because it can look good far away, but up close sometimes it's, ooh, just needs a little bit more blending. This is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Perfector from Makeup by Mario. I love this product. This product is in my kit, and this is my personal one. This is in the shade Medium. The reason I love it is because you have this matte bronzer right here. You also have these iridescent shades. And if you swirl everything together and buff it onto the skin, it is magical. It's so, so beautiful. I'm gonna go back in with my 151 brush and just kind of pat around. I did put a cream on this, and now I'm putting it into a powder. So what I like to do is I'll grab some on the brush and then tap it off in the back of my hand. And then we're just gonna go over what we did. I'm also bronzing up the face quite a bit because I'm doing a red lip, and I love a really bronzed sculpted face with a red lip. I'm gonna go back into the Skin Perfector with the same brush that I used for my concealer. I'm just gonna grab all three of those colors, knock it off, and just sweep it all over just to give a little bit of dimension and shadow, just a little bit of shade on the lid. Back with my foundation brush, I'm gonna go over any lines, any places that might need a little bit of blending. I've been loving this mascara. It's the Lash Paradise. It's their brown shade. It's called Latte Brown. It's this beautiful, deep, warm brown, and I just love it so much. I can't get enough of brown mascara these days, especially since it's been summertime. I'm definitely bringing it into fall with tonal looks. I'm a convert, and I never, ever, ever have liked brown mascara. So like I said, we were gonna get married in Vegas, and it was just way too expensive. My fiance and I were sitting down talking about what we wanted to do, and he looked at me and he said, "Are there any nice courthouses here?" And the first thing that popped into my head was, I wonder if Beverly Hills has a courthouse. And they do. And it's gorgeous. It's this beautiful Art Deco building. So that's what we're gonna do. And I couldn't be happier about it because it's exactly the small, intimate wedding that we were wanting. I'm just so excited for the day. I can't wait. I like to really hit the root of the lashes and wiggle just to clump it a little bit. I know that sounds kind of weird. That's where you get the volume and the depth at the root of the lash. For a little extra oomph on the eyes, I'm grabbing the 233 from Smith. Just dab it in the bronzer and go on the lower lash line just to give it a little bit more depth. I wanted to take the opportunity today to wear a red lip because I love wearing red, and I'm not wearing it on my wedding day just because I don't want to have to worry about maintaining it. I wanted to go with a classic, one of my favorites. This is Velvet Ribbon from Lisa Eldridge. It's just such a beautiful formula and such a beautiful color. The pigment on it is amazing. I like to get one layer down first, and then I'll take a paper towel and blot, get another layer down. And you can see I'm not really going all the way down to the edge of my lip. That's because I'm going to go in with lip liner after this. One of the things I like to do to give contrast to a red lip is say, like, this is a blue red. I'll take a lip liner that's more of an orange red or even a true red, and I'll use that to line my lips, just to give a tiny bit of contrast. It's not something you can really see, but it gives it just a little bit of dimension, makes it a little bit special. Kudos to anyone who can wear a red lip without lip liner, because I cannot. I have to have the structure of a lip liner. Just taking the flat side of the liner. And I'm going to do one more pass with the lipstick. I also wanted to point out that I have both of my grandmothers on me today. I know that sounds a little bit weird, but this necklace was my late grandmother's on my dad's side, my Nana. This used to belong to her. I wear this a lot, so I figured I'd wear this today. And then I have this beautiful tennis bracelet from my Oma, who was my mom's mom. So both of my grandmothers are with me today on this very special day, the best day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me and for getting ready with me. And I will see you next week with a brand new tutorial.